So I will be teaching you the first chapter of Set D. So here I will be teaching you a topic, and if there are any important questions from it, right after teaching the topic, I will be showing you the questions. So now moving to the chapter. In the first chapter, there are two parts. The first part is about introduction to entrepreneurship and startup, and the part B is about startup registration. And here, entrepreneurship means the process of identifying, creating, and seizing opportunities. So, taking Swiggy as an example, Swiggy first identified the people's problems and it created an app and it delivered food to the customers. That means seizing opportunities. And the word entrepreneurship comes from a French word entreprendre. That means to start something. And it is defined by Richard Cation. And what is startup? Startup means new companies. They will be working towards innovation. They will be having high growth potential, develop unique product or services. And now let us move to the questions. Who defined entrepreneurship? Richard Cation. It comes from French word entreprendre. Entrepreneurship is best defined as the process of identifying, creating, and seizing opportunities. Identifying, creating, and seizing opportunities. Which of the following will not affect startup valuation? Educational background of founder. The next topic is core characteristics of startup. There are 9 points, and yeah, the lean operation is very important. So the first point is innovation. That means startup brings something unique to the market. It may be a product or a service. Risk and reward. Startup mainly operates in a risky environment. We can see that 90% startup often fails. Entrepreneurial spirit. Founders should have entrepreneurial mindset, like they should take risk and adapt quickly to the changing environment. Venture capital. So if you are starting a company, it will be low on fund. So startup often seek fund from investors like angel investors, etc. Lean operation. This is the most important topic. Startup mainly focus on efficiency and cost effectiveness. Remember this, efficiency and cost effectiveness. Like startup will only have less resources, so our main objective should be minimum wastage. Rapid growth, and the next is ecosystem support. Like government will conduct many programs like mentorship programs to help the startup. Failure and learning. Startup learn from mistakes. Exit strategies. Like if our company is in a very high position or if it fails, how should we plan for our exit? Like being occurred or going public, like initial public offer, like that. Technology focus. Startup mainly operate in tech-driven fields. They advance in areas like software, AI. Next is culture, value, and leadership. Startup mainly prioritize dynamic and innovative culture. And we can see one important question in it. Which of the following best describe efficiency and cost effectiveness? Is in operation. And there is only less resources, so our main objective should be minimum wastage. Evolution of entrepreneurs. You can see the history of entrepreneurship. First, there was barter system, and then the money came, monetary system, and then the banks came. So this is not an important topic. So next we can see industrial revolution. There was 4 industrial revolutions. We can see it one by one, and this is a very important topic from the first chapter. So first industrial revolution. So it was between 1760 to 1814. It was almost for 80 years. So in this industrial revolution, there was a shift from agriculture to industry. And machines came. Because of it, the rise of first factories, coal extraction and steam engine. Because of that, railroads came. And first mass production of textiles. So I'll tell you once more. Agriculture to industry, machines. Because of that, rise of factories, coal extraction and steam engine because of the railroads and mass production of textiles. And the second industrial revolution, it was between 1817 to 1914. It is called the most important industrial revolution. Among these 4 industrial revolutions, this is the most important one. And in this industrial revolution, people begin to use new energy sources like electricity, gas, oil, and mass production of iron and steel. Advance in telecommunications like telegraphs came and invention of automobiles, and there was a shift from railroad to Model T cars. So in this, the most important topic is this, like people begin to use electricity, gas, oil, and mass production of iron and steel. And then the third industrial revolution, 1950 to 1919, there was 40 years, and in this computer, electronics, and rise of internet, and nuclear energy was produced in this industrial revolution, and invented digital technology. Entrepreneurs invented digital technology. So in this, the most important topic is this: computers, electronics, and rise of internet, and production of nuclear energy. And we can see the last industrial revolution. It is fourth industrial revolution. It is 2000 onwards. Like it is still ongoing. Like we are living in it, and it is defined by connected devices, digital transformation, data analytics, AI, machine learning. So it is defined by these five things, and the main focus was renewable energy. In the third industrial revolution, you can see nuclear energy. In the fourth, it is renewable energy. And the company looks for ways to reduce carbon footprint and global warming. So now we can see some questions. Which of the following was the outcome of first industrial revolution? So if you remember, in the first industrial revolution, there was a shift from agriculture to industry, and machines came because of that, factories, and steam engine and coal extraction because of it, railroads, and mass production of textiles. So in the first industrial revolution, mass production. And in steam engine, what all were the outcomes in steam engine? It was in the first industrial revolution. So in first industrial revolution, the mass production and leading to rise of factories. Okay, and the next question, major in the second industrial revolution, what all was there? So in second industrial revolution, the main topic was gas, electricity, oil, and mass production of iron and steel. Mass production of iron and steel. Types of entrepreneurs. There are 5 types of entrepreneurs. Innovative entrepreneurs. That means they bring completely new product or new ideas to the market. They are creative problem solvers. They make disruptive changes. Like before, people used to rely on compass for direction, and when the phone came, people started to rely on it. So it completely changes the market and develop something better and fresh. And these are the examples. So in the types of entrepreneurs, you just need to remember some keywords. Like in innovative entrepreneurs, they bring new product and new ideas to the market. And imitative entrepreneurs, it means it copy some other business model. So they follow successful model and strategies. They copy product, business model, and marketing strategies. And compared to the innovative entrepreneurs, they take less risk. They improve existing idea and scalability. Make modification to a larger audience. Like they will copy an idea and make some modification to it and make it available to a larger audience. It's mostly found in developing countries. Example, Bharat Pay. The next is social entrepreneurs. So Goonj is an example for it. The founder of it was Anshu Gupta. So this organization's main objective was to give clothes to poorer people. So social entrepreneurs, they focus on addressing societal challenges and drive positive social change. Next is women entrepreneurs. It means entrepreneurs among females. They contribute significantly to economic growth and innovation. They face unique challenges, but women entrepreneurs excel in areas like fashion, technology, etc. They challenge traditional gender norms and they reshape the India business landscape. Example of it is Falguni Nair, founder of Nykaa. Corporate entrepreneurs. Their other name is intrapreneurs. It means employees in the organization who has entrepreneurial qualities. Example is if you are working in a CA firm and we are introducing an AI. and because of this a lot of time is saved. So we are called entrepreneurs. So individuals in large organization who has entrepreneurial qualities, they seek opportunities for improvement. We can see some questions here. They are telling social entrepreneurs and innovative entrepreneurs. Okay, so we will see one by one. Social entrepreneurs about scaling their solutions. So here they are telling they will not make their solutions available to larger audience. So this is wrong. Social entrepreneurs work only with NGO. So this is also wrong. Social entrepreneurs prioritize profitability. So social entrepreneurs prioritize societal challenges. Okay. What do you mean by innovative entrepreneurs? They bring new ideas and new product in the market. Imitative entrepreneurs and innovative entrepreneurs. So here we are saying difference between these two, imitative and innovative. So imitative entrepreneurs build upon existing ideas. So this point is true. And while innovative entrepreneurs create entirely new concept, yeah, the innovative entrepreneurs create new product and new concept like that. And the next topic is what is the role of entrepreneurship and startup in economic development? They foster innovation, and when there are many startups, they bring new ideas, product or services in the market. They create job opportunities. And the next topic is why should developing countries encourage entrepreneurship? Like it will bring economic growth, job creation, technological advancement, diversification of economy. Like if our economy is dependent only a single sector, so when there are many business, our economy will diversify, and it attracts foreign direct investment. So thriving entrepreneurial economy attracts foreign investment. Social impact. Many entrepreneurship can address societal challenges. And the next topic is rise of startup global perspective. United States has a smaller population compared to India and China, but still it stands as a leader. And China's startup is twice as India. If India has two startup, China's will be having four startup. And Bangalore is referred to as Silicon Valley of India. Now let us see the skills essential for entrepreneurs. Adaptability. Adaptability means our business environment will be constantly changing, so we should adapt to it. Leadership. Leadership means guiding our team towards a shared goal. Resilience. It is an important topic. Resilience means capacity to withstand setbacks and learn from failures. Decision making. Decision making shapes the future of business. And financial literacy. To understand and analyze budget and to make investment decision, financial literacy is important. It is crucial to understand and manage financial aspects. Networking, like building our connection with industry peers, potential client and mentors. Innovativeness, creating new ideas, new technologies and unique solution to challenges. So in this, resilience and financial literacy is very important. So I'll show you two questions. What does financial literacy play in entrepreneurs' decision making? So financial literacy helps to analyze budget and to make investment decision. So creating and analyzing budget for effective financial management. What does entrepreneurs resilience entail? So resilience means to overcoming challenges, learning from failures. Overcoming challenges, learning from failures. Creative and design thinking. Entrepreneurs should have creative and design thinking. It facilitates in generation of innovative solutions, foster user-centric approaches, and to drive business success. They prioritize empathy. Empathy means to understand customers' problems from their perspective. Ideation. Ideation means generating multiple solutions and pick up the best from it. Iteration means continuously improving. Now let us see the importance. User-centric innovation. It means to understand the needs, desires, and challenges of end users so that the product resonate with target audience. problem solving and ideation. Ideation means generating many solutions and pick up the best from it and solve the problem. Enhanced competitive advantage. So if you have creative and design thinking, you will have a unique value proposition and distinctive branding, which positions our business as industrial leader. Adaptability and resilience. Adaptability means to quickly adapt to the business environment, and resilience means learning from mistakes. Critical thinking skills. Critical thinking, these skills helps to analyze information and to draw a rational conclusion. Next is challenges for creative and design thinking. The first is resource intensiveness. So in importance, we have studied that we need to understand the needs, desires of the customers. So for understanding it, we need to conduct a thorough market research. For that, we need resources. So startup will be only having limited resources. Because of that, this is a challenge. And resistance to change. If you have implemented any new policy in a company, many of the employees and stakeholders will not change, will not be willing to accept the change. And the next is ambiguity in measurement. So think in balance sheet we need to enter human value. So it is difficult to determine the human value, like human level, like that. But if it is a furniture, we can easily determine its value. So measuring is challenging due to subjective nature and creativity. So the next topic is entrepreneurial decision making. So we have studied above that decision making is a skill of entrepreneur. So for that we need to do certain steps. The first step is identifying the problem. We need to identify the problem in a market, and once the problem is identified, we need to gather information, and based upon that information, we need to generate alternatives and evaluate and select the best option. I mean, this alternative we should evaluate and select the best option, and then we should implement the selected one and monitor it. The next topic is succession planning and managing family business. Succession planning means giving business to next generation. It is aimed at smooth transition of wealth, leadership, and business continuity across generation. For succession planning to be easily undergone, it requires open communication. Many wealthy families hire external advisors. And now let us see a question. Which of the following is important in family succession planning? Open communication. There will be four options. Select open communication from it. And next is, there are some strategies that will ensure smooth succession. The first is transparent communication and family governance. It means openly discussing with family the family's values, goals, and expectations. It requires a regular family meeting. And the next is, it is very important. Next is professionalization of leadership. For smooth transition, it is very important. It involves hiring external executives like CA or CEO, or developing our own members through formal education and training programs. And the third is mentorship and succession development programs. It means preparing the next generation for leadership roles. Senior members or external mentors guide successor. Here we are selecting as a successor, and in here the senior members and external mentors are guiding that successor by sharing their experiences, imparting industry knowledge, and providing leadership insights. And these are some of the examples of poor succession planning. You can read it on your own. With this, the part A is over, and now moving to the part B. Part B mainly tells about startups. So coming to the topic, DPT registration and benefit. DPT means nothing but it is a government department which officially recognize the startup. And by officially gaining the recognition, we will get many benefits. So we will study later. And the full form of DPT is Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. Is a government department to promote and regulate industrial growth. We can register startup in www.startupindia.government.in. And if a startup is DPIT registered, we will get certain benefits. And one is tax benefit. We can get tax exemption for 3 consecutive assessment year out of the first 10 years. Like if we incorporate in 2022, we can claim it up to 2032. Like 2026, 2027, and 28. We can claim tax exemption for these 3 years, but it should be continuous. That is the main keyword. It should be continuous. And the second point is self-certification compliance. We can self-certify with certain labor and environmental laws. And the next is innovative and patent support. Like we can file our patent and get it very fastly, and we can avail rebate for the patent filing fees up to 80%. We will get the rebate and access to government schemes and network and collaboration opportunities. Like we can connect with other registered startup industry leaders and government officials. And ease of signing up. We can wind up within 90 days and faster government procurement, recognition, and visibility. It increases the credibility of startup and attracts investors, customers, and partners. And these investors will invest in our company. So this is what this point means. And skill development and training programs. Government will conduct many programs like this. And coming to 2 questions. Yeah, under ABC, within how many days must the proceedings be completed for DPT recognized startup? So it is telling nothing but how much days will it take for wind up? So 90 days. Okay. And how does DPT registration simplify regulatory procedures for startup? DPT registration, how will it simplify the regulatory procedures? So it self-certify certain labor and environmental laws. So this is the answer. Now let us see the eligibility of DPIT registration. The first is entity type. It should be a private limited company, LLP, or a registered partnership firm. And the age of startup. Existence up to 10 years from incorporation. After 10 years, we will not get DPT registration. And the annual turnover should not exceed 100 crore in any financial year since incorporation should not exceed 100 crore. Innovation and scalability. Our startup should be working towards innovation. And to prove that our startup is working towards innovation, we should get a certification by Interministerial Board. That means IMB. Startup should obtain certification from Interministerial Board which validates innovative nature. And we should also get a recommendation letter or support letter from incubator established in a postgraduate college. And if we didn't get a recommendation letter, then we should get a letter of funding. Submit a letter of funding of at least 20% of equity by a incubation fund, angel fund, private equity fund, angel network registered with SEBI. That means we should give a letter of funding in our company that 20% of the equity is held by any like incubation fund, angel fund, or angel network, but they should be registered with SEBI. Like that, we should submit a letter of funding. And now let us see 2 questions. Yeah, in here it means, yeah, if we didn't get the recommendation letter, what should we do? So we should give a letter of funding that in our company that at least 20% of the equity is held by angel or incubation or any entity which is registered with SEBI. And next question, what is the turnover limit to register under DPT as startup? It is after exceeding 100 crore, we will not get DPT recognition. And one more thing, all the things in part B is very important. So you should study it thoroughly. And the last topic of this chapter is government initiatives for startup. Startup India. First launched by Modi. Their main aim was to foster innovation to encourage entrepreneurship and job creation. And all the points in this is the same as the DPT which I discussed above, like eligibility criteria and benefits like that. And the next is stand up India. Like the name says, who should be stand up for? So we should stand up for women, XC, ST. So promoting entrepreneurship among women scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, and they give bank loan up to 10 lakh to 1 crore for setting up greenfield enterprises. So this is very important. Women, SC, ST, and bank loan up to 10 lakh to 1 crore. And the next is AIM, Atal Innovation Mission. It was launched by Niti Aayog. It is very important. And their main aim was to innovation and entrepreneurship. And the programs were Atal Tinder Lab, Atal Incubation Center, Atal New India Challenge, and Atal Tinder Lab. In this, many questions came. So when questions came from this, remember school as a keyword. And this 3 was launched in 2016. And the next is Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. It was launched in 2015. Their main focus on supporting micro enterprises in non-corporate small business sector. And they give loan in 3 segments. One is Shishu up to 50,000 and Kishore 50,000 to 5 lakh, Tarun 5 lakh to 10 lakh. Remember this loan limits. And the next is Make in India. It was in 2014, and like the name says, it encourages to manufacture in India to global manufacturing hub. Their main focus was to boost job creation and economic growth. And we can see some questions. What is the purpose of Atal Tinder Lab? So when questions came from this, remember school as a keyword. So to promote hands-on innovation and creativity among school students. Which of the following statements about Stand-Up India is not true? So which will be false? So government scheme focus on promoting women, SC, ST. So it is true. And yeah, loan up to 10 lakh to 1 crore. So it is also true. Stand-Up India is a central government initiative that is applicable to all states. So this is also true. And so this will be false. Okay, so with this the chapter is over. So if any questions came from this chapter which I have not mentioned above, you can tell it in the comment section. So that's all.